Welcome to the Horse's Ass, a guide to the Horseman challenges in Red Dead Redemption 2. Our jockey today is going to be my daughter Amelia, and we are currently aiming for Horseman Challenge number 9, which is a ride from Van Horn to Blackwater in under 17 minutes without touching any water. And it's that last bit that's a little bit tricky. So to do this, we've come up with a plan of action, which is absolutely what you have to do for this challenge. It would seem to be a pretty easy thing until you find out that there's not quite as many dry river crossings as you thought. The first takes us right here north of, what is the name of that creek?
Butcher's Creek.
Butcher's Creek. From Butcher's Creek, it's a straight run over to Emerald Station, which is right here. From there, you run clean west over the plains of New Hanover to Flatneck Station, across the bridge, and then west to Strawberry. Out of Strawberry, you have to go all the way over here to the pond, which was way farther north than I thought I would have to be in order to get to Blackwater. But none of these other crossings have bridges. They are all wet crossings. So you have to go all the way over here, then work your way south, and then east. This is probably our fourth time doing this run. Four? I think four.
Probably.
We've had a couple of technical challenges, and actually for the moment this particular challenge is glitched for us. She completed it properly, and for some reason it's not taking off, but we're doing the video anyway because it's actually a lot of fun. So I'm going to turn the controls over to my daughter in 1 sec. I will say this: she has picked a very good horse. This horse's name is Quicksilver, which I think is a great name. This is a Rose Gray Bay Arabian. It is the fastest horse in the game, really by far. It's the fastest horse in the game. It's not the horse I use, but I like it just the same. I think she's picked a good one. She's going to kick off here as she crosses the middle of Van Horn. I'm going to start a stopwatch at that time so she can kind of watch her progress as she goes. And I'm going to hand the controller over to her. So here's your jockey, Amelia.
All right, don't forget to start.
Oh, I won't.
So, hi, it's Eva too. So just say
You're started.
Okay. Hopefully I don't wipe out again on this through Butcher's Creek.
Well, that's the nice thing about having done this run a couple of times. You know the spots that are a little bit dicey. It does get tricky through Butcher's Creek. There's a lot of fencing that's kind of close to the road, and the road itself is kind of confused through there. So you got to watch it through there. It's easy to wipe out.
Here we go.
Yeah, here comes Butcher's Creek.
And I always almost run over this guy.
Yeah, he's always in the road.
And
So you want to slow down before you cross this bridge. It's a very narrow bridge. And on the far side, she's going to quickly switch to the map and pick up her next waypoint, which is Emerald Station. And this short leg takes you, up through the slight elevation and kind of spills out onto the plains of New Hanover. And from there, it's pretty much a due west run to Flatneck Station. And, you can take some liberties with the road through that next stretch.
but it's faster on the road.
But it is faster. It is admittedly faster and noticeably faster to keep your horse on the road. So it's a trade-off. Use your best judgment. You might pick up a few seconds or shave off a few seconds, trying it each different way. See what gets you the best results.
Okay.
And you were right. It is always foggy in Ansburg for some reason.
Yeah, it kind of makes it hard to see, especially going at this speed.
So you might notice the horse's cores are all gold. We gave him kind of a tune-up at the stable before we did the race. And obviously we've got a satchel full of horse stimulant and healthcare.
Yep.
She's got a full batch of 99 of each of those because she has the Legends of the East satchel. If you haven't picked it up, it can be picked up by crafting all of the earlier satchels in game, and then you're able to craft the Legends of the East satchel, which lets you carry almost 99 of almost every item in the game.
Yeah.
If you don't pick it up by crafting it, you can actually pick it up in the epilogues from the fence at here at Emerald Ranch or down in Saint Denis. I think there's another fence elsewhere in the world.
Yeah, it's just outside of Rhodes.
Just outside of Rhodes, that's right. One thing to note, and while she's peeking here where the fence is, don't forget that the time that you spend taking a look at the map actually is counted against the 17-minute time frame you have to get to Blackwater. So, each time you go to the next leg of the map that you plan to set the next waypoint so you get the red line in the road, you don't want to spend a lot of time doing that. Get into the map, set your waypoint, get out.
Ain't you a good horse? Out of the damn way!
Hey.
That's my littlest, Eva. She's playing mascot for this run.
Maybe sure. So.
Hey,
So the time that I got the first couple times that I did this, I got about 13 minutes each time. And each time was a little more, a little less, which is about what he got when he did it.
Though when I did it on a Missouri Foxtrotter.
Yeah, which is a slower horse, still very fast, but slow.
So the thing with horses is kind of funny. The Rockstar, lets us look at a couple of different statistics for horses. It's their speed and their acceleration that are the main attributes that you get to see. But I've heard other folks post that there are some hidden attributes that we can't look at. Things like courage. So an Arabian horse, like the one she's riding, they tend to behave kind of like their real version counterpart. They tend to get spooked a little bit by things like rattlesnakes, where a bigger horse like the Missouri Foxtrotter or like the Turkoman are a little less spooky. They'll obviously notice that there's a rattlesnake there, but they won't freak out to the point where they'll throw you the way an Arabian might.
Yeah. I actually have a Missouri Foxtrotter and a Turkoman, but they're in the stable because this one is just the fastest and the best for the ride.
Yeah, it's pretty clear to stick back on the track, huh?
Oh, the track.
So it's pretty clear that Rockstar really wanted to make it obvious that the Rose Gray Bay was the fastest horse in the game by far. So it's got a 7 acceleration and a 7 overall speed score. And I think it may well be the only horse in the game that has that stat. But the Missouri Foxtrotter, if you equip the fastest saddle from the stable, which I think is the Gurdon Trail saddle, the improved one, and then there's like one stirrup. They both give bonuses to speed and drain rates. They decrease the drain rate of the horse's stamina and health. Then the Turkomans and the Missouri Foxtrotters are every bit as good as the Arabian, though maybe not quite as fast.
Yeah.
We're okay. Good boy.
It always amazes me every time I see a horse run onto the track like this that you could actually get a horse to run at speed across a railroad trellis like that. You would think like a real horse would kind of freak out that its feet would slip down in between the railroad ties, but they do slow down on the. Don't you think they slow down on the?
Slow down.
All right, so here's where you wiped, and you almost wiped the second time, straight into a tree.
That was good.
She's riding a horse, and she in her head she went to the Bahamas for a second and ran straight into a tree.
Well, you jinxed me, so.
I did jinx you pretty good that time. I don't know what it was, but I did jinx you something.
Pretty well that time.
Look at you. She is her father's daughter.
Yep. Now I correct him.
I jinxed you real good.
That's what Arthur would say.
That is what Arthur would say.
Every time, it took a little getting used to them saying good instead of well, Remember when I would listen to you play and he'd say, "You're doing good, boy," to his horse, and I'd be like, "You're doing well, boy."
That's fantastic. I've succeeded as a parent.
Okay, well, here's where it gets hard because of all the pedestrians and
Yeah,
strawberries.
for God's sake, Salt and Pepper, push it very well.
Oh my god.
All right, so Owen-Gila Pond, past where you picked up the legendary fish, if you have the patience of Gibraltar, because fishing in this game is really great. At least it's a really good fishing simulator, I guess, but it's also boring as sin.
Not my way. Okay, that was not as bad as the last time.
I kind of feel like fishing in this game, like they did a good job making it seem like realistic in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
but they somehow brought the boring from real fishing along.
Yeah. And it very much strains your fingers if you're wrestling with a big fish.
It does. It takes a long time. Alright, so this is one of two stretches of the road where we found you can kind of not stick to the road. You can break away from the road to just save a little bit of time. So there's a left-hand turn here where the road kind of takes you a little farther than you need to.
Yeah.
But you can see, you can make a quick dash to the left down to the bridge.
Let's see if these,
Yeah, see if you get jumped here. She got jumped here twice by...
Yeah.
Oh, here they are. Just
Laramie
ignore them.
boys.
Oh, there you go. That's what you get, buddy.
So,
Ride like the wind, Bullseye.
next, waypoint over here.
Yeah, and that's the second place where you can cut a little bit of time off by leaving the road for just a short while.
Yeah. But since we are in tall trees, it's hard to kind of navigate.
She just hit her horse with another shot of pure human adrenochrome. Should keep the horse awake for the next, I don't know, probably 72 hours.
That's still on me.
Yeah, they are persistent, aren't they?
And that's not ideal because of this.
Yeah, the hairpins here are a little dodgy. You gotta be careful.
But I'm not worried about them.
I wonder if you could save time just going straight down there, just making your horse jump like you just did. Alright, nicely done. They're still following you.
They are, but they're not as close. Alright, can you warn me when I'm just cut through?
So you're gonna break right here. You're gonna go up the hill, and you'll see where the top of the ridge line is. There'll be a kind of an outcropping on the left. That is usually it's the visual indicator for me anyway. So yeah, you go up here, and yeah, the rocks on the left there. Yeah, see this? And here's your mark. And you don't want to switch to your map,
Yeah.
remember, because otherwise you can't tell. So you switch to the map here, pick up the next marker over there. And even though you don't get a red line, obviously, you can see on the mini-map where that mark is. She's coming left. And
Alright.
yeah, now it's, yeah.
I know where I'm going now.
You'll be all right, mister.
And then you'll pick up on the road on the far side. Now, she's approaching, you may remember from Red Dead 1, she's up kind of around Manzanita Post and approaching Beecher's Hope, which is the property that John ends up buying. And actually ends up getting buried at the end of the first game.
We're almost here.
And she's right on the outskirts of Blackwater here, so
Oh,
pick
what's
up-
my time?
pick up that last mark. Your time is 11:35. Holy God, you did this quickly.
Well, practice makes perfect.
It does. It does.
And a good horse makes perfect.
And, we're being sarcastic, but honestly, like, I think most people who have tried these Horseman challenges, you get to this one, you think, oh, I can do that. And then you get kind of halfway through, a 17-minute race, and you realize, oh, wow, I probably should have planned this because
Yeah.
the river crossings are not where I thought they would be. So, if you follow this route, and this is the route that, I found other folks, other videos posted online, people generally kind of came to the same conclusion as to the best route. This is it.
Yep. And since that my mission is glitched, when I get into Blackwater, it's not going to say that I passed the Horseman challenge, even though I met all the
But
criteria.
we will tell you where it will tick off on yours and what her time is. So
Yep.
it caught from me like right around the church here.
Oh.
Look at that, she got
Wow,
it.
I finally did it.
And she got it at 12 minutes and 39 seconds exactly. So nicely done.
Yeah.
You bested me at least by, I'd say, 20 seconds off of my time. And I think that has a lot more to do with the fact that the jockey really knew what she was doing than the fact that she's riding the fastest horse in the game. But let's quickly take a look and just verify that that showed up properly. And in fact it did. And next,
It took a couple tries for it to actually.
Next is going to be Horseman Challenge number 10, which is to break every wild horse breed that you can find in the game, which is 9 horses, I believe. And yeah, if we ever make a video of that, I think it's going to be like a 7.5 year long video, because it takes a long time. Because not only do you have to take the time to rope them, right, and break them,
Yeah.
or at least approach them very calmly so they don't run away and then break them. You have to find out where they spawn in the wild, and you know, for anyone who's been living under a rock and hasn't actually seen the scope of this game, this video should give you a pretty good sense of how really dizzyingly large this game is. You know, the horses that spawn, many of them spawn in the place where most of the storyline took place, up here. Some of them spawn down here in New Austin, which you really don't get access to until the very end of the game. So that last challenge will definitely be a really time-consuming one. I think you gotta want that last item that the trapper can make you to take the time to break all 9 of those.
Well, I have
wild
nothing
breeds.
else to do, so.
Well, yeah, you've kind of like picked all the meat off the bones of this game.
Yep.
She has played all the way through it. What would you say, before we sign off, what would you say you would rate Red Dead 2 at if you had to give it a score, like 9 out of 10?
Not out of 10?
No, I'm saying like out of 10.
Oh, 10.
You would say it's a 10?
Yeah, it's like perfect.
It is awfully close to perfect, I'd say. Rockstar, boy, do they set the bar really high. Anyway, hope you liked this video. Hope it was maybe informative, and we may make another one, because we actually had a lot of fun making this one. So let us know what you thought, and yeah, have a good night.